Hello, my name is Avalon. I'm a solutions engineer here at Fortress Power. You can call me Geo, and today I want to talk to you about sizing an energy storage system for your home. There are multiple questions you need to answer when you're sizing the energy storage system for your residential application. These are the four of the most essential ones. I'm going to go through these questions initially, and then we'll try to answer these questions in the context of the Avalon product seen right here. So let's get into it. What is the purpose of the ESS installation? Well, you should understand why you're installing the energy storage system. Is it because you're going fully off grid? Perhaps because you want to reduce the electricity import from the grid when the electricity rates are the highest. This is very common in California, for example. Are you using the energy storage system for backup purposes? So when there's grid outage, you have something that powers the load that you want to be powered, right? Or maybe you're just supplementing the energy usage with your PV or solar array and the batteries in the ESS all the time, thus reducing the amount of power you need to import from the grid, thus reducing amount of the bill by the end of the month. So you should understand why you're installing the energy storage system and whether or not the energy storage system that you're considering will work in the application that you have in mind. Next question, how much load demand is the ESS to support? So to put it simply, you should understand what types of loads and how many of them you're going to power with the energy storage system that you're considering. And each load has its own power demand, continuous power demand. You sum up all those continuous power demands for all the load that you're trying to power when the grid is not available, and that gives you an idea of what power output from the ESS you need. Also, something to keep in mind is that some appliances have a significant surge. Anything that has an electric motor, for example, can pose a big surge. That could be your HVAC, that could be your well pump, doesn't matter. As long as it has surge, you need to calculate the sum of those surge currents and see whether or not your ESS can support that surge as well. So next, for how long is the ESS to support the loads, right? So fine, you have enough power to support the loads, but do you have enough energy stored in your ESS to support the loads for as long as you want to support them, right? So, for example, average US household uses 30 kilowatt hours per day. You need 30 kilowatt hours to support that application for one day, right? For 2 days, you would need 60 and so forth. So you need to understand what is the power demand and for how long it is. You multiply those two numbers by each other and you get the result in kilowatt hours showing how much energy stored you need. Next question. Is the ESS sized adequately for the size of the solar array, right? This is very important because solar array provides power to your home, to your energy storage system. Your inverter in your energy storage system must be able to digest that power. So it must be able to use at least most of its power at all times, so that that power that the solar array is producing doesn't go to waste, right? So it should be the energy storage system should be sized adequately to the solar array. Also, one thing to keep in mind is that with a set amount of solar panels and the same type of solar panels, the bigger your energy storage system is, the longer it takes for the PV to charge your batteries in your energy storage system, right? So that's why the sizing matters, right? Because you need to be able to charge your batteries quickly enough not to cause poor user experience. So yeah, that's also something to keep in mind. Now, how do we answer all of these questions in the context of Avalon? And I'm excited about this because this will allow me to show you all the flexibility and functionality, or some functionality, that the Avalon system can deliver. So, first question, what is the purpose of the ESS installation? Remember, I listed the scenarios. Avalon will work in every single one of those, whether it's going off grid, whether it's reducing the import of energy at certain times, doesn't matter. How much load demand is the ESS to support? Well, the Avalon system comes with either 7.6 kilowatt inverter or 7.6 kilowatt inverters, or 11.4 kilowatt inverter, or 11.4 kilowatt inverters, multiple of them. So the smallest power output from the Avalon ESS would be 7.6 kilowatts. That's roughly 15% of standard grid input to the loads. Or the system power output can be as big as 34.2 kilowatts. That's achieved with three 11.4 kilowatt inverters working together. That would give you 70% of standard grid input to the loads. So also, we should not forget that the Avalon system has the smart energy panel. It's this device right here. So with the Avalon smart energy control that is in the smart energy panel, you can get away with less inverters compared to what you would be able to do otherwise. Next, for how long is the ESS to support the loads? Well, we offer the energy storage system Avalon with multiple different energy capacities. The smallest is 14.7 kilowatt hours, right? The biggest one being 117.6 kilowatt hours. That would be enough for a standard US household, the average US household, to have power for roughly 4 days almost. So this is a big deal. And again, you see that we give you flexibility here as well. So we really want you to tailor the system to your needs. Next, is the ESS sized adequately for the size of the solar array? Here again, we have flexibility, but no matter which inverter you use, you have the same PV input capabilities. So 18.2 kilowatts of DC coupled PV. If you have two inverters working together, you can have 36.5 almost kilowatts of DC coupled PV. And if you also have AC coupled on top of that, you could increase the PV input to 48.4 kilowatts. These numbers may not be telling you much if you're not experienced in the field, but this is a lot of PV power, and this is a lot of flexibility too. So I truly believe that you are now intrigued about the Avalon product because how flexible it is and because how functional it is. And make sure to check out our other videos. For today, that's it. And I do thank you for your time and attention. And don't forget to secure your energy with Fortress Power. Thank you. Bye.